You know, it's one thing to not be creative. It's another thing to fail at a movie. It's another thing to fail at being original and making a good movie. And then there's the Emoji movie. 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, it said. But no. Somebody actually gave this movie a positive review by Rotten Tomatoes standards. Now, granted, that was a 3 out of 5, which any mathematician would tell you that's a 60%, and in any school that's failure, but no, it's considered good. It's that type of reviewmanship right there that made the Ghostbusters officially fresh. Not the original, but that horribly written remake. Sorry, but when I go to see a movie, I expect to see a movie, not a hodgepodge of everything I've seen before, just horribly done. Here's an idea for you Sony representatives, and I can tell you exactly how it went. Wreck-It Ralph made a lot of money, and everyone really seemed to like that Inside Out movie. Man, what can we do? I know! Let's make a phone movie! With emojis! Cause kids love emojis, right? Yeah, you know, you got the little winky face one, the happy, the sad, the angry, all those types, yeah, they'll love it. They'll just love it with every... And then we'll throw in some poo. Because you know what? Kids love the poo jokes. There's a lot of them. And of course, it is voiced by Patrick Stewart, so they have to get in a Star Trek reference, even though it makes no sense at all, which, you know what? That is the entire headline of this movie. It makes no sense. So, with Wreck-It Ralph, it at least didn't try to affect the outside world. It was its own environment which affected the world it lived in, because guess what? While video games are played a lot in our lives, and why some people enjoy them, one sec, I need a bit of fresh air here, it's not exactly the driving force that dictates our entire life. Inside Out was able to do that perfectly because it was affecting something in the human mind, your emotions. And you know what? Emotions are complex. They have a point to being complex. You can be so happy to the point of sadness through past memories, and so sad to the point of happiness, realizing that there was happiness within that sadness. So anger to the point of sadness, sadness to anger, anger to disgust, disgust to fear, fear to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to this freaking movie! So if you haven't realized by now, I don't think this is a good movie. In fact, I would dare say this is possibly the worst, and I don't hold that word loosely, the worst movie I have seen this year. You know, Transformers, at the very least, was trying to do something horribly, but it trying to be itself. Transformers schlock, but it was itself. The King Arthur movie, you know, new take on it, and you know what? You had Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones in it, and I give you 2 points for that. This movie behind me, the Emoji movie, is without a doubt the worst movie I have seen this year, and presuming if I do make a top 10 list at the end of this year, it will definitely be on it, if not one of the top points, because this is so unoriginal, so lazy. It's like, let's do the Finding Yourself movie, the world building movie. Let's take all these random apps that no one knows what they do, right? I mean, come on. Who knows how Spotify really works? Who knows what Dropbox really is? And come on, we all know you can hide your apps with different skins so that, you know, a pirate app, an actual app for pirating stuff, looks like the dictionary. And you know what? I believe there is some way to make that work. I can fairly believe it. But the fact that from when they go in, it's just chaos. It makes no sense. Every time they try to be clever, they fail miserably. And don't, before anyone say, oh, it's a kid's movie, you're being too overly thoughtful about this. You don't need to worry about it. It's for kids. The kids will love it. I did not hear a single peep in that entire movie. Except the kids asking their parents, what does that mean? Why do they want to hide? Just no laughter, no joy, nothing. the very short Hotel Transylvania skit that went on before the movie got more laughs and more... My rage is breaking my camera, folks. Literally, it's seething into the phone and knocking it over. But yes, the Hotel Transylvania skit about them getting a puppy was better than the entire movie. And we've seen that before with some Pixar skits, but you know what? There's a difference. There's at least effort put into all that stuff. There is no effort. And I will say that until I am blue in this face. Because this is so bad. Just for frame of reference here. To get from one end of an app to another in a video game, you have to play it. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Not really, but alright. So with Just Dance, they do that, and they progress to the end. Fine. But previously in Candy Crush, no, you didn't need to do that. You could just walk out the app, no problem at all. Because apparently, you know, when emojis can cross worlds, because, you know, that makes sense, you can apparently just walk into the other app and it's no problem. There's no different coding. There's no anything like that. Also, the villain of this movie. Why? The villain is the, quote, original emoji because she wants to keep the phones safe and she thinks that that might be a malfunction because, you know, phones have never ever had an issue before and we just sit and go, who cares? The phone I'm currently recording on this on is notorious for dropping my texts or not receiving texts when somebody sends them. To the point where even my friends sometimes know, hey, you might want to send it twice. If I don't respond, it might be because I didn't get it. But no. Just automatic, code red, let's nuke everything, throw in some malware, throw in some virus bots that look like if they were the, oh god, what was that thing? The Daleks from Doctor Who, if they got a sleek black body design. God, this is so bad. Just don't go see this movie. I think I've made that abundantly clear at this point. Like, I could go scene for scene and explain to you why this is a horrible movie, but we would be here for literally hours. Sony, stop. Just stop. Don't. Your movies recently have not been that great. And before anyone says amazing, well, Spider-Man Homecoming, that's separate. That's a Marvel entity. And for some reason, Marvel has yet to make a bad movie. Since Iron Man. I want to make that clear. Hulk 2003 was not that good. And Hulk 2008, not that great either, but you know, it had moments. Still, bad movie. But even better than that. Okay, before I go into this one trailer I have to talk about because it's going to eat inside me until I burst, don't go see this movie. Don't take your kids to go see this movie. Don't rent this movie. Don't watch it on Netflix. Don't watch it on TV. Don't watch this at all. And hopefully it will fade into the ether where it belongs and never to be seen again. If for some reason you feel the urge, for whatever reason you think to go see this movie, you know, go watch Inside Out, Wreck-It Ralph. You know what? I'll even say this. Turn on something on television for the kids. It's probably better. Might I recommend Steven Universe, Adventure Time, regular show, Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, Power Rangers. We'll keep going with this. Old school SpongeBob, anything from the 90s from Nickelodeon, anything from the 90s from Cartoon Network, Megas XLR, Symbiotic Titan. I'll keep going. There's so many better things to show your kids than this movie. And if you think there might be a moral in it, no! There's no moral. It's horrible. Don't see this movie. You can stop now. I'm on to the trailer. So there's a new trailer coming out in December. And if you haven't seen it, it's an interesting take. It's, you know, coming out around Christmas, so it's about the birth of Jesus. A kid's movie about the nativity scene. And you know, that could be very heartwarming. I've seen Oh god, what was that? Little Goat Boy, I believe it's called, or The Littlest Gift. The story about the boy who has to give his goat away, and eventually stumbles across Mary and Joseph and gives it. A Little Donkey Boy, I believe, or Little Donkeys, one of those. It was an old one, but it's perfectly done, sets the nativity up nicely. Even some of the Rankin-Bass movies did that. So, what can this new age movie give us? It's the nativity scene with talking animals. That's right. Talking animals are going to tell us the story of Jesus. Why? Who thinks this is a good idea? Because the three wise men have three camels, voiced by Tyler Perry, Whoopi Goldberg, I think Tracy Morgan. Because that makes sense. And then apparently they find out what, anyone who's read the Bible and knows anything about that, what happens afterwards when Jesus is born. Yeah, they're going to try to stop that. That's right, they're going to try to stop the horrible event that happens right after Jesus' birth. Because that's good for kids. I'm sure that's going to transition greatly into animated format. Please, I want to see you try to do this. And if you think I'm taking that even remotely seriously, no, this is a horrible idea. Don't do it. It's a nice way to start off a Friday afternoon, am I right? So yeah, don't go see the Emoji movie, and don't go see Talking Animal Nativity movie, which comes out in December. When I try not to repress that name, I'll let you know. I don't know what's out next week, guys. I think Detroit, I might go see that one. And I think there's another one, but the name's escaping me at the moment. I'm sure I'll go see something. And I can almost guarantee you it will be better than the movie I just saw. It could literally be the dangling keys they try to put in front of your kids to make them think they're watching something. And it will be better than this movie. So yeah, I'll see you all next week with probably Detroit, or who knows, maybe something else will catch my eye. But until then, I'm Kevin Riley, signing off and telling you for the possibly 100th time, don't see this movie. Have a good day.